Hi everyone and welcome to my channel, and this vlog is just talking about my Inktober. Well, I'm actually surprised that I actually finished it, to be honest, but I didn't do drawing every day. I did a few in one day, then spread it out because usually I don't have time to do any drawings or anything like that, so at least I've done 31 drawings last month. So I am going to show you all of them together and probably talk about them. So let's get to it. 내게 말해 너의 달콤한 미소 내게 말해 속삭이듯 내 귓가에. So for Inktober I put all my drawings into one folder, so this is it, and I used the Winsor and U-Turn Superior bleed proof marker paper. I feel like I really like this paper because it doesn't bleed through and it's nice to work with my Sharpies and my Spectrum nail pens. So for this challenge I did use both types of markers, but I mainly use more Sharpies because I couldn't find my other ones. So let's begin. So at the back of the folder I put the prompt list, so this is it for those who don't know, and I used the one by Jake Parker. I used to do one of these like prompt lists a while ago, but I didn't really finish it, so this is the first one that I actually finished. And I printed out some reference material for me to work at and look at and get inspiration from it, because some of them I didn't know what to draw, for instance, so I looked on Instagram, Pinterest and Google even to figure out what to draw. So the first one was ring, so I feel like I might as well just draw a ring. There's lots of things you could draw. You could draw like a planet with a ring around it and all that and do different things, but I thought since it's my first one I'll just do a basic ring. So I did look at various types of rings and then I picked one. I'm actually quite proud of it because I don't usually draw these types of things, but it is good to see it like this. So I did the ring. I only use metallic silver markers and the black one. I wanted to keep it simple for now, so I can start building up, because I don't usually do these type of drawings, as I just said. So it's good to just use the basics for now, and then later on, if I feel like it, I can do more better drawings. So, and also always put my signature on. So day 2 was mindless, so I thought I'd draw a skull with no brain in. That's basically with no mindless. So I have drawn skulls in the past, but I didn't know what to draw it like, so I did go on Pinterest to look at skulls and all that, so I can easily work off them. But I did open up the top part and make it look like there's nothing in it, and it's like, yep. So I'm actually quite pleased with how the skull has turned out, to be honest. So let's move on. This one is bait. To be honest, I think I've done okay for this one. It's not as good as the skull, but this is as good. So I drew the rod and then I drew the bait. I used two reference materials. One I did print off and one I just looked at on my phone, because I had help from my dad to add different details to it. So there's like usually like a logo on the rod part, and here there's like a luminous thing to go into the water, and there's usually a code on. So I thought I'll work with that, and I wanted this to be like a colour scheme-ish, so yeah. So the next one is freeze, so I thought I'd do an ice cream. And I didn't know what flavour to do it, but I added this really nice pink colour that I found in my Sharpies. Because usually the colours don't represent what the colour on the lid is, so I thought you go to the outline first and look, and I kind of like how it's turned out. And I also couldn't find, I actually surprised to find a colour that suits it like a cone. So this is like a pink and white ice cream that you usually get at Southport or Blackpool, and yep. So yep. The next one is build, and I did a Lego set. I feel like that it's not as a good drawing as I have previously done, but I'm still pleased with the idea that I came up with. The next one is Husky, and I drew a cartoon husky. That's basically it. Day 7, Enchanted. So I did like a wand with loads of lines coming out, and a hello Hamora from Harry Potter with a lock unlocking. And I used metallic markers, so like silver, gold. And I think I have used a bit of bronze as well, but I'm actually quite pleased with how this turned out. So, for this one, the word prompt was frail, and I didn't know what to do, but I came up with an idea with like a rocking chair and a walking stick for like a frail old person, you would say. So, I did draw the rocking chair, but I missed like the ends off because I didn't proportion it right, and I worked too far down. If I worked a bit further up, I would have got all of it in. The next one was swing, so I thought I'd do a swing on a branch or a tree. So the next word prompt was pattern, and I have done these drawings before if you've seen my previous vlogs. And I like how these patterns are. So the next word prompt was snow, I think, and I drew a snowman. Then dragon. I did work off a picture, but I adapted it to my own style, and I'm quite pleased to how it has turned out, and I think it's my best one so far. The next one is ash, so I did ash tree leaves and the little helicopter things. So the next one was overgrown, so I looked at on Pinterest, typed in overgrown, and you see like plants going over Ferris wheels and all that, but I thought I'd do the red telephone boxes, but you don't see it as much lately, but so I did like leaves growing out, and I kind of like how this has turned out, and when I posted it on Instagram it seemed to be a bit popular than the other ones. Next one, I did the sword and the stone for legend, the Arthurian legend, because I really like that because I watched Merlin God knows how many times. And this sword is from the actual movie itself, not the movie, the TV show. I kind of got it like similar to it, but yeah. Next one is wild, and I did a wild tiger. I got the actual reference of the tiger itself, but my mother gave me an idea to do the grass underneath to add more detail to it, and I liked how the colours are blended, and I'm surprised how the Sharpies have worked on this drawing, because if you look closer you can see like different shades of orange in the tiger. The next one is ornament, and I did baubles. Next one was misfit, and I didn't know what to draw for misfit, so I thought I'd do the actual word and do design for it. Next one was sling. Didn't know what to do, but this is what I did. Tread, I did shoe prints and footprints. Day 21 was treasure, and I did a treasure chest with like crystals and coins coming out of it. Ghost. Next one, I think ancient, and I did one of these like Egyptian things. Next one was dizzy, and this I did an elephant flat on his face with little lines around his head. Next I did a carrot, and if you've seen my previous vlogs, I have done a watercolour and an acrylic version of this carrot. Dark coat. Quite pleased how this has turned out. Ride. Injured. For catch, I did a dream catcher, and I'm quite pleased how this has turned out. And for ripe, I did a pumpkin because it's October 31st and it was Halloween, so yeah. So this is it, and I'm quite pleased with how this turned out, and I will be doing copies of these drawings, and I will be putting it up for sale. Please subscribe, and all my links are in the description. November prompt list is ready, and I will be doing that for November 2019. And thanks for watching, and bye!